We have been hearing a lot about the pineal gland in recent years. It's that tiny, pine cone-shaped organ nestled deep within the center of your brain. About the size of a grain of rice, the pineal gland is extremely small, yet it holds such profound significance in our lives. Sitting in the middle of the brain, almost hidden in a tiny cave behind and above the pituitary gland, it's a part of the body's endocrine system. Its name derived from the Latin word pinea, which means pine cone, in reference to its unique shape. This tiny organ has been captivating scientists and spiritual seekers alike for centuries. Often referred to as the third eye, the pineal gland is considered by many to be the body's internal compass, a gateway to higher states of consciousness. But why the third eye? Well, just like our two eyes give us perception of our physical world, the third eye is believed to provide insight into the spiritual realm. In various spiritual traditions, the pineal gland is seen as a symbol of enlightenment and intuition. For instance, in Hinduism, it's associated with the ajna, or brow chakra, the center of inner perception and intuition. Similarly, in ancient Egypt, the pineal gland was symbolized by the Eye of Horus, a powerful ancient symbol of protection, royal power, and good health. From a scientific or medical standpoint, the pineal gland produces melatonin, a hormone that affects sleep patterns and seasonal functions. The pineal gland does not make or store adrenaline, so I had to dig a little deeper into this whole thing we are hearing about the pineal gland and adrenochrome. There definitely is a substance made from the oxidation of adrenaline, also known as epinephrine, and that substance is chemically named adrenochrome. It has nothing to do, however, with the pineal gland. The glands that produce and store adrenaline are the adrenal glands, which sit on top of the kidneys nowhere near the brain. Adrenaline is released into the bloodstream during periods of stress or danger to be carried to the muscles and other areas needed for a flight or fight scenario. Adrenaline is released fast and for a short period of time, so it is only abundant during or immediately after the feared danger. While there isn't a direct anatomical connection between the pineal gland and the adrenal glands, both glands are influenced by signals from the brain and work together with other components of the endocrine system to regulate physiological processes, including the stress response. Additionally, melatonin, produced by the pineal gland, may indirectly influence adrenal gland function through its effects on circadian rhythms and sleep-wake cycles, which can impact stress hormone production and regulation. So now, the question becomes, how does the adrenaline turn into adrenochrome? That's a very good question. It is not widely studied in mainstream science, and its effects on the human body are not well understood, but there are a few things we know. When adrenaline is released into oxygenated blood, a process known as oxidation occurs, and a red substance begins to circulate in the blood. This is adrenochrome. This process is facilitated by enzymes known as oxidases, which catalyze the oxidation reaction. So the adrenochrome is only in the blood, not the pineal gland. Perhaps this is why vampires drink blood. The oxidation of adrenaline to adrenochrome can occur both inside and outside the body when it is exposed to oxygen. There is much dispute about the hallucinogenic effects of adrenochrome, but a couple things should be noted. Adrenochrome is closely related in structure to other hallucinogens and has been associated with both hallucinogenic effects and schizophrenia. That's a scary thought. Other reports, such as Adam Gottlieb's Legal Highs, published in 1973, describes the adrenochrome high as physically stimulating with a feeling of well-being and a slight reduction of thought processes. Gottlieb does also report that adrenochrome causes chemically induced schizophrenia. I wasn't able to find a study, but it reasons that endogenous adrenochrome could contribute to what we call an adrenaline rush. There are several movies that portrayed adrenochrome as a hallucinogen, but the most famous was Clockwork Orange. Then there was the book, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So we also need to consider the possibility of predictive programming. Were they telling us something, or are they all just fiction? Lastly, adrenochrome is cardiotoxic, but so is cocaine, and people still do that. But I just thought you should know. Indeed, the pineal gland is a profound mystery, a tiny organ with a huge impact on both our physical and spiritual well-being. It's a bridge between the tangible and intangible, the physical and the spiritual, the known and the unknown. Now that we've skimmed the surface and addressed the fact that the pineal gland actually calms you by the release of melatonin, let's see if we can uncover all of the power of this tiny little gland. The pineal gland is a captivating blend of biology and spirituality tucked deep within the brain. This tiny pinecone-shaped organ is a powerhouse. As mentioned, its primary function is to produce the hormone melatonin, a crucial component in how we sleep, dream, and perceive the passage of time. Imagine you're a conductor, overseeing an orchestra of biological rhythms. The pineal gland is your baton. It sets the tempo for your daily life, regulating sleep patterns and biological rhythms according to the light-dark cycle of your environment. When darkness falls, it signals your body to wind down, producing more melatonin to help you drift off into slumber. As dawn approaches, melatonin production decreases, nudging you awake to embrace a new day. But the pineal gland isn't just a sleep regulator. Recent scientific studies suggest this tiny powerhouse might also have other functions, ones that tap into the realms of consciousness and spiritual experiences. Dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, is a strong hallucinogen, or psychedelic drug that is produced in trace amounts in the pineal gland. It's enough to produce psychoactive effect, but it is believed that DMT is produced during dreaming, and at near death to produce out-of-body experiences. Wild, huh? I can't tell you how the design of the human body fascinates me. Some also hypothesize that DMT could be linked to mystical experiences and altered states of consciousness. These findings spark fascinating questions. Could the pineal gland be a conduit to higher consciousness? Might it be a biological bridge to the spiritual world? While definitive answers remain elusive, what we do know is that the pineal gland plays a crucial role in our sleep patterns, our biological rhythms, and potentially our spiritual journeys. The pineal gland's potential powers become even more intriguing as we examine further. It's a small organ with a big job, a scientific marvel that may hold the key to unlocking new dimensions of human experience. It's a testament to the incredible complexity of the human body, and a reminder of how much we still have to discover about ourselves and the universe we inhabit. So join me as we continue this journey into the heart of the pineal gland, where science meets spirituality in a dance of discovery and wonder. Understanding the pineal gland is not just about understanding a part of our brain, it's about understanding a part of our inner selves. So here we go. The pineal gland is not merely a melatonin factory. It actually could be the gateway to spiritual awakening. This has sparked curiosity and intrigue among both spiritual seekers and scientific minds alike. If the pineal gland is, in fact, our physical connection to the metaphysical world, it becomes clear why many spiritual practices, including meditation and yoga, focus on the third eye, often associated with the pineal gland, as a source of enlightenment and intuition. There is scientific grounding for such notions. Research has shown that the pineal gland plays a significant role in regulating our sleep-wake cycle, or circadian rhythm. The connection between circadian rhythm and spiritual experiences is a topic of interest in various philosophical and spiritual traditions. Circadian rhythms are the natural, internal processes that regulate the sleep-wake cycle and other physiological functions in living organisms, including humans. These rhythms are influenced by external cues such as light and darkness, and are controlled by the body's internal clock, primarily located in the suprachiasmatic nucleus of the hypothalamus. Spiritual experiences, on the other hand, encompass a wide range of subjective phenomena that involve a sense of connection to something greater than oneself, such as a higher power, the universe, or a collective consciousness. These experiences can include feelings of awe, transcendence, unity, and a sense of meaning or purpose. Researchers and theorists have proposed the following connections between circadian rhythms and spirituality. First, the effect of circadian rhythms on brain function. Circadian rhythms influence various aspects of brain function, including neurotransmitter release, hormone regulation, and neuronal activity. Some researchers suggest that fluctuations in these biological processes may influence an individual's susceptibility to spiritual or mystical experiences, so a balanced life could be important in spiritual connection. Next, circadian rhythms and altered states of consciousness. Disruptions to these rhythms, such as sleep deprivation, can lead to altered states of consciousness. Some individuals report spiritual or mystical experiences during altered states of consciousness, although the exact mechanisms underlying these experiences are not well understood. And lastly, circadian rhythm rituals. Many spiritual and religious traditions incorporate rituals and practices that are performed at specific times of day or night, often aligned with natural cycles such as sunrise, sunset, or the phases of the moon. These rituals may have evolved in part to synchronize individuals with circadian rhythms and enhance their spiritual experiences. Now let's elaborate a bit on the small amounts of DMT that is produced by the pineal gland, which is known for inducing intense spiritual experiences and has been dubbed the spirit molecule. It's intriguing to think that our brain could produce this compound, potentially leading to spiritual awakenings or experiences of oneness with the universe. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Even more intriguing is the idea that practices like meditation, lucid dreaming, or astral projection might stimulate the pineal gland to produce more DMT. This could explain why these practices often lead to profound spiritual experiences and insights. The connection between the pineal gland and spiritual awakening is a fascinating area of exploration. It raises questions about the nature of consciousness, the mind-body connection, and the potential for spiritual growth. While we're still uncovering the mysteries of the pineal gland, it's clear that this tiny organ holds great potential. It's a reminder that, within each of us, there lies a universe waiting to be explored. Although there is still much to learn, the pineal gland's potential role in spiritual awakening is an exciting frontier of scientific exploration. If the pineal gland does indeed hold these powers, how might we tap into them? The journey to unlocking the potential of the pineal gland starts with a few simple yet profound changes in our daily routine. Many believe that meditation, particularly techniques that focus on the third eye or the area where the pineal gland is located, can stimulate this tiny powerhouse. This practice is thought to enhance the gland's function, and in turn, our spiritual awareness. Sunlight, the natural source of life on our planet, is also believed to have a stimulating effect on the pineal gland. Some suggest regular exposure to sunlight, particularly in the morning, can help awaken this gland. Remember, moderation is key, as too much sunlight can have adverse effects. There are also ways to nourish your pineal glands for spiritual growth. Here's a quick list of the 10 best foods to nourish your pineal gland. Dark leafy greens, such as spinach, kale, and Swiss chard, are excellent sources of nutrients such as folate, vitamin K, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which support brain health. Most berries, including blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries, are rich in antioxidants, particularly flavonoids. Nuts and seeds like walnuts, almonds, flax seeds, and chia seeds are high in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and other nutrients. Fatty fish, including salmon, mackerel, sardines, and trout, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, which are essential for brain function. Avocados are rich in healthy fats, vitamins E and K, and antioxidants. Broccoli is high in antioxidants, including vitamin C and flavonoids, as well as compounds like sulforaphane, which may have neuroprotective effects. Dark chocolate with high cocoa content is rich in flavonoids and antioxidants. Pumpkin seeds are a good source of magnesium, iron, zinc, and antioxidants. And green tea contains antioxidants, such as catechins and polyphenols, which have been associated with improved cognitive function. Some also advocate for reducing fluoride intake, as it's believed to calcify the gland, hindering its function. While we wait for science to catch up, the journey of exploring our own consciousness can begin right now. So this is what I know about the pineal gland. The pineal gland is the third eye that is spoken about in many Eastern religions and meditative circles. It is a gateway to higher consciousness and spiritual enlightenment. The pineal gland has a profound connection to spiritual awakening. We've explored the science behind it, from its role in producing melatonin to its potential influence on our consciousness. I know that like any organ, the pineal gland will not function optimally without practices like meditation, sunlight exposure, and a diet rich in particular vitamins and nutrients. I know that anyone who says that adrenochrome can be harvested from the pineal gland doesn't know anything about basic human anatomy. I would be wary of their sources and intent. Remember that misinformation often contains a significant amount of truth, so that they are trusted when they need to put misinformation out. If you enjoyed this clarification of what the highly treasured pineal can and can't do, subscribe to my channel to receive honest and factual information based on the truth and founded in my heart. Also, please share this video with any of your friends who may be under a misconception regarding adrenochrome and those who seek to move closer to spiritual awakening. Until next time, eat healthy, do a little exercise, and love.